pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or. Bring it. Bring it. Get it.
On first down, it's Evans. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill now to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Slam, slam, slam.
Ready?
Now a give right side. Evans. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Now a give right side. Thorpe, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Bravo!
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Ready, set.
Mike 29. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Be tripping.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Evans, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
It's a loss of a yard.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. first down. It's Evans, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Tannehill. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill, and that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looks like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. This is caught inside the 15. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Tannehill throwing again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's go.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Shoot! Right there!
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the 2nd half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
61.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Banjo, banjo, banjo.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Hey. High 7.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I'm coming.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Touchdown, Kansas City. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check 43. Say. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll try the left side. It's Evans. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Orbit.
44's Mike.
Shoot.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. He finds his target. It's Evans. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get him. Slam. Check 3.
Get it.
Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. We're back now in KC. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 44, 40.
Ready?
Now it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thorpe, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, but it's going to be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2.
Jim. Sponge.
Go, fight.
Tannehill now to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Small.
Mike spoke
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the former Titan, Tyrann Mathieu, with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That one complete to Hill. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Being chased out left. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Gets this one to Hill. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, there's your leading. Receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Go.
Now it's Mahomes again. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.